If you love this song, you can hear it down the dial at Kiss 98.5. Reset your preset to Kiss 98.5.
Live from Buffalo and the Ideal You Weight Loss Center studio, this is Rob Lucas in the morning.
Gets me up in the morning.
On WTSS and WTSS HD1 Buffalo. Star 102.5, always live on the free Odyssey app.
All right, let's do this.
All right, y'all, come on, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this, we shall.
Let's do this thing.
I guess you're right. Okay, let's do this.
All right. Let's do this, people.
All right, do we have another 3 hours and 58 minutes in us? I think we do, Buffalo, so let's do this. Good morning from Rob Lucas. It is 51 right now and should be less smoky today. Made a huge mistake last night. It was my wife's idea. I said, okay, put a fan in the window. By the middle of the night, it was like, it smells like smoke in here. It'll take a while to get that out of her bedroom. I might take up smoking. It smells like smoke already. Getting to a high of 67 today. We'll get to the full forecast in a few. We might actually see some rain today. Are you kidding me? Really? Let's get to the news first. Here's Randy Bushover.
Good morning, Rob. For the third consecutive day, the state DEC issuing an air quality health advisory until midnight. National Weather Service meteorologist Bob Hamilton says today we'll see much less of the smoking conditions that prevailed earlier in the week.
Well, in terms of smoke, there's really not that much out there now. I mean, to be honest with you, if we weren't talking about it, most people probably wouldn't know there's smoke overhead. The bulk of the smoke that we're going to have today is right now, and it's moving south into Pennsylvania. So as we go through the day, the smoke, the concentration will continue to drop off, and we'll have some showers which will help as well.
Donald Trump has been indicted on charges of mishandling classified documents at his Florida estate. This makes him the first former president in U.S. history to face criminal charges by the federal government that he once oversaw. The indictment carries the possibility of prison if he's convicted. It also has political implications, potentially upending a Republican presidential primary that Trump had been dominating. The Justice Department did not immediately confirm the indictment publicly. The head of the Buffalo Professional Firefighters Association yesterday blasting the city's response to the blizzard.
Ask yourself, is no one responsible for what occurred during the Buffalo blizzard? This storm took a tremendous toll on the Western New York community. There was a tragic loss of life. It showed that the Buffalo Fire Department was not prepared for a snowstorm. This is Buffalo, New York. It should be.
Vincent Ventresca also criticizing Fire Commissioner William Ronaldo for taking a vacation trip to Florida during the storm. The town of Lockport murder victim has been identified. According to the Niagara County Sheriff's Office, 68-year-old Diane Fermoil McAvoy was visiting the Windermere Road home of her mother and brother when she was allegedly killed by her brother, 64-year-old David Fermoil. David, charged with second-degree murder, he's in the Niagara County Correctional Facility and held without bail. Florida won Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, beating the Golden Knights 3-2 in overtime. Vegas still leads the series 2-1. From baseball, the Yankees split a doubleheader with the White Sox, losing 6-5 before winning 3-0. The Blue Jays nipping the Astros again 3-2. The Braves outslugged the Mets 13-10 in 10 innings, and the Bisons needed 10 innings to tame Toledo 5-4. That's what's going on in the WBEN newsroom. I'm Randy Bushover for Star 102.5.
News brought to you by Cars.com. Whether you're looking for the perfect summer road trip, car, or something you can zip around in, visit Cars.com today. They have over 2 million cars for your 2 million summer possibilities. Head to Cars.com and check out the possibilities. Cars.com, where to next? Well, less smoky today, we hope. You just heard that. A decent chance of rain midday today or this afternoon. High of 67, especially a better chance south and east of the city. Overnight low tonight, 51. Tomorrow, Allentown Arts Festival, hazy sunshine, 75, not bad. Sunday, partly cloudy, and a good chance of evening rain, the high of 80. And now Monday is looking like kind of a murky day, some scattered rain, the high of 75, then 73, 72, 75. So we've got like normal, typical June-type temperatures for next week. Right now, we're at 51. Always nice to start a Friday with Pitbull and Star 102.5 on your radio and phone.
Mr. Worldwide sitting fireball.
Pitbull, Star 102.5. It is coming up on 610. Well, this is true now. Last night really was the last night for us.
Rob Lucas in the morning. Star 102.5.
Thank you, DJ.
Rob Lucas in the morning.
I've just decided to switch our Friday schedule to Monday.
I thought it was next week.
It was Friday. It was this Friday.
Friday it rained all day.
Today's Friday, day before Saturday.
Suddenly it's the weekend. It's showtime! It's showtime!
Like I said, it's showtime.
Is it me or is the studio 152 degrees today? No, I think it's just me. I shouldn't have worn 2 shirts. Gonna be a sweaty, greasy final one. Thanks, Rob. We really needed that. 6:16 at Star 102.5. Thanks for starting your day with us on your radio, on your phone with the Odyssey app. I have no material for today. I ended yesterday's show by saying I'm talked out. Coworkers, you want to come in and co-host? You're welcome to it. I said most of my piece yesterday. But amazingly enough, I've had no problem filling 15 minutes so far, so we'll see where this baby goes. So it was 48 years, 10 months, and 8 days ago, August 1st of 1974, 102.5 FM became a pop music station. I want to thank Steve Cichon. Some of the things you're going to hear about today, and especially as we get closer to 10 o'clock, he helped me with. He is like the dean of Buffalo broadcasting history. He also worked for WBEN AM, BEN FM at times, so he knows all about us, but he fed me so much material. And I just posted something on Facebook and on Twitter. It's the Buffalo News article from the day that happened, back in 1974. You gotta blow it up. It's really faint. But the cool thing about that page is an advertisement for Strike Spares and Misses on Channel 4 at 7:30. And Crestberries had a coat sale where sport coats were down to $36. Wow. Don't you love seeing old stuff like that? Dan Majeski's had Manhattan ryegrass for 69 cents. But it talks all about it there. We'll have things like that posted on social media throughout the day. And we're going to close this puppy down and tell you what's going on about quarter to 10-ish or so, depending on how long we all want to babble on. So thanks for making it easy for me today. I'm going to try to make it easy for you. As I said yesterday, this ain't going to be no funeral. It's just, though when my coworkers come in, it could be a little wakey at times. Somebody bring alcohol? All right, good. That's a good way to start, Rob. Nice. 6:18 at Star 102.5. You know what? I've got tomorrow free. I think I might go to Boot Barn.
Experience the future of...
Oh, wake up, wake up.
This is Rob Lucas in the morning.
Wakes me up. It wakes me up in the morning.
On Star 102.5.
You're there.
Very soon, this radio station will cease to exist. Your new home for fun is just down the dial.
The best station. It's the perfect soundtrack to summer.
Kiss 98.5.
Rima, Selena Gomez, Star 102.5. It is 6:31. A little muggier. You can feel that it's building up to rain today. We're likely going to see rain midday. Get to the full forecast. It's 53 right now. But first, the news you need. What do you have, Randy Bushover?
Good morning, Rob. An air quality health advisory from the DEC again issued through midnight tonight. Today, though, we're not expecting to have the severe impacts of Wednesday and Thursday.
The levels of the fine particulates that they issued the air quality alert is just barely above the level where they would issue that alert. So it's nothing like what we saw a few days ago, and conditions continue to improve. And like I said, most people probably wouldn't even know there's smoke in the air.
National Weather Service meteorologist Bob Hamilton. Former President Trump writing on social media yesterday that he has been indicted on charges connected to his handling of classified national security records. Citing sources, Politico reports prosecutors are charging the former president with 7 criminal counts. Trump says he's been summoned to federal court in Miami this coming Tuesday. In response to the NYU blizzard study, Vinnie Ventresca, president of the Buffalo Professional Firefighters Association, blasting the city for its handling of the storm.
The report talked about how the city is taking a proactive approach and sought expertise on how to better prepare for future blizzards of this magnitude. However, the common sense definition of proactive is creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than responding to it after it has happened. I believe they meant to use the term reactive, acting in response to a situation rather than creating or controlling it.
Ventresca referring to the study as, quote, nothing more than a fluff piece put together in an effort to cover up the failures of people in leadership roles within the city of Buffalo. The Niagara County Sheriff's Office has released the name of the town of Lockport murder victim. 68-year-old Diane Fermoil McAvoy was declared dead at the scene after a welfare check call was made to police Wednesday morning on Windermere Road. Diane's brother, 64-year-old David Fermoil of Lockport, has been charged with second-degree murder. He's being held without bail at the Niagara County Correctional Facility. From the Stanley Cup Finals, the Panthers beating Vegas 3-2 in overtime last night, but the Panthers still trail 2-1 in the series. In baseball, the Yankees dropped the opener of a doubleheader with the White Sox 6-5 before bouncing back to win the nightcap 3-0. Toronto beat Houston 3-2, Atlanta topping the Mets 13-10 in a 10-inning game, and the Bisons beat Toledo 5-4 in 10. Now you're up to date. From the WBEN Newsroom, I'm Randy Bushover for Star 102.5.
And even though I'm a Mets fan, the season's been so bad this year, I'm happy they lost 3 in a row to Atlanta. I want it to get as bad as it possibly can so they give up on some of these players. That's my last Mets rant on 102.5. Until maybe later on when Randy gives a score again. All right, less smoky today. You heard about that. Decent chance of midday rain for everybody. Kind of spotty, but the spots are going to hit everybody coming from the north to the south. High of 67 today. The rain should clear some things out with the smoke as well. Overnight low tonight, 51. Tomorrow, hazy sunshine, 75. Sunday, partly cloudy. Evening chance of rain, pretty good. High about 80. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday's the best chance of rain next week. Looking kind of murky. Scattered rain high about 75. Right now we're at 51. With the rumored to be halftime entertainer for the next Super Bowl. A lot of time between now and then. Harry.
Talking. Hi, I'm Janet Snyder.
And I'm Nicholas Pickles.
So, you know how you have family members that once in a while surprise you? Our sister station, Star 102.5, is becoming an educational, religious station. So, you might need something new to listen to.
Reset your preset to Kiss 98.5. We play the artists you love. Taylor Swift, Post Malone, Miley Cyrus, Morgan Wallen, and Harry Styles. You'll find your favorite music and more on Kiss 98.5.
Star 102.5. I just bit my lip eating a sandwich. That'll help me out later today when I got to send the station off. 641 at Star 102.5. Speaking of which, I need to thank most of the Buffalo media, but especially you, Star fans, for the way you got me through yesterday, where I refused to call it a goodbye, my to be continued, telling you about my future a little after 8. In case you missed it, it's posted now on the Rob Lucas page at mystar1025.com. You can listen there. Oh, a lot of people wanted to know the song I played. It's an old one called Friends by Elton John. That's the name of it. It was actually from a made-for-TV movie. The Lifetime movie of its time, Friends. But your response on Facebook, I'm going to try to go back over the weekend, and I asked them, please don't take down the Star Facebook page yet, even though the station will be gone. I want to go back over the weekend and personally reply to everybody who's commented there. And it's up in the 500s now or something last time I looked. It was like 350 last night. And also I want to thank a lot of the Buffalo media for the great write-up in the paper from Alan Pergamit. Channels 2, 4, and 7 all wanted to come in and film today, but we're going to keep this. When TV comes in, sorry TV, but you guys cause chaos for us. You bring in the lights, you want to work around your timing, not ours, so this is just going to be an event today between you and me and us. Also want to thank Adam Duke at WIVB.com. We put out a tremendous story, and he just wrote down just about everything that I said. Reading it, it makes you feel like you were there listening, and thank you if you were. In case you weren't, again, it's posted now. My to be continued from yesterday on the Rob Lucas page at mystar1025.com. This is so weird. We're in the studio. Nate from our engineering department did a great job putting up all the logos from Rock 102, Magic 102, Magic 102.5, Q102, Q102.5. Did I miss one? And then Star in there. And I'm looking at them all and I'm like, I remember the day all those logos came out pretty much, except for Rock 102. It had been here for like 12 years by the time I got here. We'll talk about that as the morning goes on. Gee, Rob, you said you had nothing to say. You said you were talked out. We'll get to Randy Bushover and traffic after Post Malone. You know he'll be doing this one at Darien Lake this summer. You want to get your tickets? Go to the events tab at mystar1025.com. I'm a shill for the station to the very end. Star 102.5, 647. I'm not seeing Randy Bushover report anything bad on the roads on Twitter. Maybe he just hasn't had time. What do you have, Randy, man?
Oh, no, I've got all kinds of time. But you don't need me to fill that. No, it's going dark because there's nothing really of substance. We have light to moderate volume, no issues, no accidents, no disabled vehicles. A slight delay, maybe 5 to 10 minutes for cars coming from Canada to the U.S. on the Lewiston-Queenston span, and that's pretty much it. A little bit later on, we'll remind you about some road closings along with the 66th Allentown Art Festival. Start at 6 p.m. tonight through 7 p.m. Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday. Mostly Delaware Avenue, but the streets around it, too. But we can get more into that at a later point. I'm Randy Bushover on Star 102.5 in the Barnes Firm Traffic Command. Injured, call 1-800-8-MILLION.
Randy, do you have a second, or do you have to go to the other station?
I have 2 seconds.
Okay, I just got an email a couple of days ago from Charleston, South Carolina. I turned into Joe Biden there. Crack-a-lackey. From MJ. Remember MJ? She used to work with us here. Now she works down there.
Yes.
She's listening there online, and she said she just put out a great letter about all the things. She's one of the originals with us from Elmwood Avenue. And one of the things she remembered was the charity softball games in Strikersville and the Media League with Randy Bushover sliding headfirst into home. How come I don't remember some of that?
That must have been a ball hit long into the outfield for me to make it from third base to home and still had to slide head first.
And in the Media League, weren't you the only one who actually had to be ambulanced to the hospital after a game or during a game?
July 1997, not that I remember anything. Ended up with a pacemaker out of that, yeah.
Wow.
And that was when cell phones weren't really a big thing, and fortunately, Dave Gillen was the fella who did have the phone. And funny story, but we can talk about that off air more, is that he had trouble trying to explain to the ambulance people where Front Park was. They had no idea.
And the ambulance people are saying, "What? You have a cell phone?
Where? Where is this?"
Yeah. Thank you, Randy, man. That's a side of the times there. That happened. What was it? 1997. He said one person had a cell phone. If that happened in our Media League now, one person would be calling 911. All the rest of us would be taking pictures of Randy lying on the ground with our cell phone.
Experience from Mosquito Joe. With Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again. Rob Lucas in the morning. Star 102.5. Back
down. Star 102.5 has been sold.
Casino.
Soon, it will be something else. Get all your favorite music and fun just down the dial on Kiss 98.5.
What?
Starting your day with Rob Lucas in the morning from the Ideal You Weight Loss Center studio. WTSS and WTSS HD1 Buffalo is Star 102.5. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Got to do a shout out to Key West. One of our longtime listeners, Bob, is in Key West this morning. His wife contacted him. She's up here saying, "Hey, it's the last day for Star." He's like, "What's going on?" "Bob, you've been in Key West way too long." I understand why. Thanks for the shout out, Robert. Good to have you along on the Odyssey app. 7:03. Let's get to the news. What do you have, Randy Bushover?